It's 2077, the fear of nuclear war has spreaded in the nation. The series premiere commences on the special day of Roy Spencer's birthday. Cooper Howard is seen performing daring stunts with his daughter Janie Howard, adopting this job to meet his alimony obligations, as suggested by Bob Spencer and Frank. After completing his act and getting a slice of birthday cake for Janie, she inquires about the ongoing war. Cooper reassures her that nothing will happen and shares his experiences as a Marine, mentioning how they measured their thumbs while bombing. As they continue their conversation, a nuclear bomb suddenly strikes Los Angeles. Witnessing the explosion, Janie extends her thumb to gauge the size of the mushroom cloud, and her father joins her, initially mistaking it for a massive fire. In a matter of seconds, the shockwave from the blast shatters all nearby windows, causing panic among the party attendees. The Spencers retreat to their family bomb shelter, while Cooper swiftly takes Janie and escapes on horseback as more bombs detonate in the distance. After 19 years have passed, the scene transitions to Vault 33, where the audience is introduced to Lucy McLean, Hank McLean's daughter. Lucy is seen sitting in front of the Vault Governing Council as she presents her application to become a breeder from the neighboring Vault 32. In an attempt to calm her nerves, Hank shares the story of how he left his original home in Vault 31 to marry Lucy's mother in Vault 33, and how he has been content ever since. Meanwhile, while Lucy is on her way to the gate of Vault 31, her cousin Chester, who serves as the vault gatekeeper, tries to delay the process due to his secret affection for Lucy. However, Lucy firmly rejects his advances, emphasizing the negative consequences of long-term inbreeding on future generations. As the door to Vault 32 opens, Overseer Lee Moldaver introduces herself, accompanied by her entourage. Lucy, now what to see her partner, inquires Lee Moldaver about her marriage partner, to which Monty steps forward and presents himself as Lucy's chosen breeder. During the wedding ceremony, Lucy's father, Hank, announces that ongoing studies indicate the possibility of repopulating the surface in the next generation, with Lucy and Monty's children leading the way in recolonizing the Earth once again. Lucy and Monty retire to their dwelling, where Monty undresses and engages in sexual activity with Lucy. The perspective shifts once more, this time to Lucy's sibling, Norm McLean, who decides to secretly enter Vault 32. Inside, he discovers a collection of lifeless crops and decomposing bodies, causing him to hastily retreat. After Lucy and Monty conclude their encounter, she becomes aware of a commotion and the sound of gunfire coming from outside. Lucy grabs her Pip-Boy and realizes that Monty's radiation levels are abnormally high, indicating that he is not from the vault, but from the surface. Upon this revelation, Monty viciously slashes Lucy's face, stabs her, and proceeds to strangle her, inflicting severe injuries. Lucy manages to strike him on the head with a glass pitcher and inflict deep cuts. Armed with a tranquilizer gun, Lucy escapes her living quarters only to discover that Vault 33 is under attack. During the raid, Stephanie Harper's spouse, Bert, loses his life, while Stephanie herself is stabbed in the eye with a fork, resulting in permanent vision loss. Amidst the chaos, Lucy assists her brother in finding a hiding spot to evade the raiders. While helping her brother enter a storage unit, a severely wounded Monty grabs hold of Lucy and attempts to strangle her once again. Fortunately, Hank intervenes and beats Monty with a shovel before ultimately submerging him in a barrel of vinegar. The alarm from the vault door starts blaring, prompting Lucy and her father to rush towards Vault 32, where Moldaver and several hostages are located. Moldaver compels Hank to make a decision between the hostages and Lucy, but Hank decides to lock Lucy in a nearby janitorial closet. Subsequently, he is tranquilized and taken away by Moldaver's henchmen. Moldaver mentions to Lucy that she bears a resemblance to her mother before setting the timer on the pump and departing with Lucy's father. Everyone manages to escape before the pump explodes. The survivors have begun composting their deceased and repairing the damaged technology. Lucy has made an appeal to the council for a team of 4 residents to be sent to the surface in search of her father. However, the council immediately dismisses the idea, citing the opening of the door as too risky. Norm, on the other hand, argues that the real reason behind the rejection is the fear of losing power once the overseer returns. With the help of Norm and Chet, Lucy manages to flee through the main vault door, using a tranquilizer on Chet to prevent him from following her. Council member Reg McPhee and resident Davy arrive at the door just as Lucy is leaving, attempting unsuccessfully to persuade her to stay. Stepping out into the desolate remains of Los Angeles, Lucy is met with the eerie sight of numerous skeletons of those who tried to enter the vault on the day of the nuclear attack. As she ventures further, Lucy is met with the sight of the Pacific Ocean and the ruined Santa Monica Pier. Now, the scene shifted to Maximus, an aspiring member of the Brotherhood of Steel, finds himself in a different setting. During one of his classes, Cleric Felix discloses the Brotherhood's objective of obtaining complete control over all pre-war technology. As Maximus witnesses the arrival of a colossal Brotherhood airship and the sight of numerous sets of T-60 power armor, memories flood his mind. He recalls being rescued by a Brotherhood knight as a child after his hometown was ravaged. Meanwhile, Maximus's friend, Dane, is promoted to serve as Knight Titus's squire. However, the next morning, Dane suffers a horrific foot injury caused by razor blades secretly placed in his boots. Shockingly, Maximus is accused of perpetrating this act. Elder Cleric Quintus assigns him to replace Dane as Titus's squire. Now, Maximus and Titus embark on a mission to apprehend Dr. Siggy Wiltzig, a former Enclave scientist who possesses a valuable artifact sought after by the Brotherhood. The scene shifts. 3 bounty hunters who have been assigned the mission of infiltrating a fortress belonging to Dom Pedro. The leader of the group, Honcho, discloses that their objective is to rescue a fellow bounty hunter who is being held captive by Pedro. The hunters locate the buried coffin of the prisoner and commence the process of unearthing it. As a precautionary measure, they place a caged chicken nearby in case the captive hunter has transformed into a feral state, as ferals tend to attack the chicken before attacking humans. Once the hunters complete the excavation, they unseal the coffin, only to discover a highly esteemed individual named Cooper Howard. Honcho suggests that Cooper collaborates with him and his 2 companions in order to secure the bounty of Moldaver, the very artifact that the Brotherhood is also seeking. Honcho mentions that the ghoul has connections to Los Angeles. Infuriated by the mention of California, Howard kills Honcho's 2 comrades and proceeds to push Honcho into his own coffin, leaving him to meet his demise. Howard then embarks on a solo journey towards California, determined to obtain Moldaver's bounty.